All right, New York Mankeys, we are finally here. This is week 1 of the playoffs. You guys have earned this spot, and no matter what happens today, I am so grateful and could not be more proud of our team and our fans. The support that the New York Mankeys have received throughout the season has been incredible, and we would not be here without each and every one of you, the players and the fans, so thank you so much today. It's quite ironic, but we are starting the playoffs exactly where we started the season, going up against the New Orleans Pelipers. The John Pokemon, a fantastic human being, a beautiful, beautiful person. Sounds weird to say, but he seriously has some of the kindest and most sincere words to say to me in my times of being in pain, struggling with some stuff, playing Pokemon in general. So seriously, go check out his channel. I know this is not the normal intro, but no matter what happens today, I'm just excited that we made it this far. 7-3 is nothing to be ashamed of, so I'm really happy that for Season 4 we made it all the way to the playoffs, even if it was clinching the wild card. But we are going up against one of the toughest teams. We have Sakura coming through. Sakura's here. New guy is going to be making a showing with that gunk shot for Sylveon. I might even be running acrobatics on new guy for the Mega Venusaur. So we'll see how that turns out after I use my normal gem with a fake out. We have a couple of other surprises in store. We still have Miracle Milotic. I am not bringing Fresh Blood Garchomp like I did the first time I played John. However, that might end up being a problem if he does decide to bring the Raikou again. He will have free Volt Switches galore, and that's going to be a bit of a problem for me for sure, but I'm going to go ahead and have my own free Volt Switches with my Rotom Heat, which is what I'm bringing instead of Garchomp. So without further ado, let's see if we can clinch the next week of the playoffs. Good luck, John, and let's get it on! What's going on, Shady people? ShadyPenguinn welcoming you back to a week of the GBA. We did have 1 week off, but we are here in the playoffs going up against Pokemon John, the New Orleans Pelipers. Link is in the description. Be sure to show him some shady love. I just got so nervous as this screen came up because this is the playoffs. This is make it or break it. We did make it this far, and I will be proud regardless. But we are here and we are live. We did face John week 1. We did manage to win that game, but I'm not feeling as confident because John has had a huge turnaround during the course of this league. You guys can see our team, some very familiar faces from the course of this season. And if this is our last game, I could not be more proud of these guys. We have Sakura, Clouded, Octavius, New Guy, Fireboy, Luke, and Bookworm. So pretty standard cast for us. Bookworm is rocking Facade with Guts in case you want to get a Sludge Bomb burn from that Mega Venusaur. Facade will be able to do a lot of damage. I'm actually also running a pretty different, I think this is one of the most different Ambipoms I've run so far. I'm not super different, but I have Fake Out, Return, Gunk Shot, Acrobatics. So Acrobatics is there because it'll get a boost from having no hold item after getting rid of normal gem. I actually am not entirely sure if it stacks with, I'm pretty sure it does because Technician, it stacks with Technician with Scizor. So I'm assuming it'll do the same thing. Well, actually, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it won't. I'm not sure how it'll work. Hopefully it does. Hopefully Technician kicks in first and then Acrobatics for not holding an item. I should have done that research. I did do that research, and something I've read said that it does, but now I'm second guessing myself, so I guess we'll find out in the middle of the match. We can see Gunk Shot is there for the Sylveon. Return is just there to hit almost everything. I do get walled by Empoleon if he does bring it, but we do have Bookworm for that with the following moves. We have the Mach Punch, Knockoff, Facade, and Drain Punch. So pretty standard stuff. No Ice Punch on there, but that is because we have the Ice Punch on Clouded, who is actually rocking Expert Belt. I almost ran Choice Band. I might regret it, but I almost did it. But we have U-turns and Headbutt and Ice Punch along with Stealth Rock to get our hazards up if the Sigilyph doesn't come through. And then Octavius is going to be our U-turner. We have Volt Switch on Fireboy Luke. So we have some real, so we're going to be switching a lot. So hopefully he doesn't bring rocks. And I'm nervous, and I haven't done this in so long, and we're going to get ready to go. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. We're gonna see what he's bringing. He's bringing the Crocodile. I was so afraid he would bring the Crocodile. Oh my gosh. See, this match is interesting for me because of course I want to win, but John has helped me a lot in a lot of different ways, and I'm really appreciative of everything he's done. So I'm gonna be really happy if he does win. There's no one else I'd rather get knocked out by in the league than John. A good John than Miguel. But so I'm fine with this no matter what happens. We can see he's got a scary team. He's got both dogs on there. Really wishing I did bring that Garchomp. Would have been amazing because Garchomp kind of likes the entire team, except for, of course, can't really do much to Venusaur. Although, I mean, Dragon type moves are pretty good, and he can't really do much to me. And then Uxie, of course, doesn't get hit by the Earthquake. But we're gonna be in a little bit of a tough spot. I don't want to open up Clouded because I feel as though that's a bit too obvious. I'm not really in the best of positions here. Instead, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open up with Octavius because I think I can U-turn. I can't foresee him opening up. Well, I feel like Crocodile gets Fire Fang. I'm just going to double check to make sure. because if it does, then I don't like this lead. I actually just don't like this in general. Fire, I feel like you definitely get Fire Fang. You definitely do get Fire Fang. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna open up Octavius, I think. And we're gonna decide from there what we want to do. If he has the Crocodile out, we're gonna have to hard switch down into Milotic, I believe. But this is gonna be pretty tough without that Garchomp. Had we brought the Garchomp, I think we'd be feeling a lot better hitting with that Stab Earthquake on everything except for, it hits for at least neutral on everything except for the Uxie. So opens up with Navi to Octavius. That's pretty good odds. But if he's got the fire type move, we're kind of donezo. If he's packing the flamethrower, we're kind of donezo. I feel like he's just challenging me and saying, are you real? Are you real enough? Are you real enough? Are you real enough? Are you real enough to go for the U-turn? I feel like that's what he's saying. I just feel it. I feel it in my bones. Had we opened up Bookworm, I'd feel a lot more confident right here. Do you think there's any chance of him not going for... He's gonna go flamethrower, right? I think he's gonna stealth rock. I think either way, I think we should just go out into. I think we just go into Sakura and we scald something. I really think that's the best play. I think there's a really good chance. I'm gonna say I think 1,000 times. He's taking that. He took just as long as me to make my move, make his move. So we'll see what he ended up doing. Did he go for these stealth rocks, or did he go for the flamethrower? He went for the T-wave. Wow. Okay, so straight up T-Wave on our Milotic, which is nice for us. Definitely nice for us. Please tell me that I have the right Milotic. I will scream. That's the only Pokemon that I didn't double check. Yes, we have the Marvel Scale. All right, so that's awesome. We are paralyzed. I actually almost went out to Fireboy Luke. And a paralyzed Scizor would have been kind of bad for us. So I think I'm free to kind of just go for a Scald. Part of me wants to go for the Ice Beam predicting Venusaur since it is not Mega Evolved yet. But I almost think that just going for a Scald here might be better. So we're going to see Stealth Rocks. He's going to get his rocks up. Had a U-turn, that would have done so much damage. Although we would have had a paralyzed Scizor. We're going to get a Scald off. Stealth Rocks are up, which is really kind of detrimental for our team. We're going to get a burn. First Scald is going to be a burn. I'm so used to that after commentating Nationals. It's like expected. I think here I am going to go for the Ice Beam. I don't know. This thing might want to set up screens. I could definitely see it. But I'm going to go for the Ice Beam here, kind of predicting the Venusaur to come in. Might as well preserve the Navi while you can. I mean, Sakura's probably the second best Pokemon on our team to get paralyzed. Of course, if we had Conkel to get paralyzed, we've seen Stealth Rock, Thunder Wave, and the U-turn. So I'm guessing Psychic Stab is Uxie's last move slot. We did go for the Ice Beam, so if we do see the Venusaur here, that would be great. But I think Sylveon's going to be the safest switch in for my opponent. I think that Sylveon would be the safest switch in for my opponent. And as much as I want to believe that Venusaur is going to come out and take a super effective Ice Beam, I just don't see it happening. Not to mention there's a chance of us getting fully paralyzed. Oh, man. But if he goes into the Venusaur, even if we get fully paralyzed, I'll be glad that I made the right prediction. You know, I'll be happy. I'll be a little happy camper, but a little bitter. Nice little bitter. But I did get a Scald Burn, so it would be pretty even hacks if you ask me. So I think John's running out of time. Oh my gosh. See, this is the last. This is the way into the playoffs. I mean, we're in the playoffs. This is the playoffs. This is the playoffs. You guys see this shirt? So many of you guys have purchased this shirt. Thank you so much. It's been really, really awesome seeing pictures from you guys, especially today if you're watching this. If you're watching your New York Yankee shirt, please go ahead and tweet me those pictures. He does go out into the Venusaur. Will I break through? I do break through and get an Ice Beam off, so that is going to do a good amount of damage because it is super effective and there's no thick fat. That is a lot of damage. It's a crit. Oh my goodness. Wow. Well, I have to be honest, that is super unfortunate for my opponent. I am partial. I'm quite partial to switch out into Clouded here. I think that if I go out into Clouded, he's either, well, I think that Warren Sapp is going for either the Giga Drain or the Synthesis. I don't know which one. Obviously, I have no idea which one. But I feel as though Cody can take a Giga Drain and then fire back with a Headbutt. Or I could possibly go into New Guy, get a Fake Out off, but that Crocodile has Intimidate, and I kind of want to save that normal gem for when it matters most. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to go out into our Clouded. Kind of expecting a Synthesis. I'm expecting a Synthesis or Giga Drain, but I think Synthesis is going to be the move that John would go for because that'd be guaranteed recovery. We're going to take Stealth Rock damage, rather unfortunate, of course, and I would really like to get our Stealth Rocks up. I really would, but I have no option. I've already made my next move in my head, if I even live. Let's see what happens. We're going to see a Synthesis here, so it's going to bring it back to the full well, almost full HP. In range to where an Expert Belt Zen Headbutt won't actually take him out, but he doesn't know if I'm Choice Banded or not yet. So what I'm going to opt to do is, I think I'm just going to go for the U-turn. Stealth Rocks, don't get me wrong, Stealth Rocks would be really nice to get up right now. But I'm really scared of that Crocodile. That Crocodile is such a problem. When he didn't bring it the first week, the first time we played it, I was so happy because that thing really, really messes me up. I'm not sure if it gets it does get pursued. So I have to click U-turn. I have no option but to click U-turn. He's going to withdraw, and I think he's going to go out into the Crocodile here. Goes into Navi, actually, who isn't going to really take this U-turn very well, especially since it's Expert Belt. So I think this is going to be the first knockout of the game, whether it's to the... okay, you are bulky. You are a bulky little guy, you know that? So we're going to see the Rocky Helmet come through. So a beautiful switch in by my opponent. Once again, I really do feel as though... Now, chances are Fireboy Luke does outspeed the Uxie, because I am max speed, but I'm Choice Specs. I'm not exactly Choice Scarf, because I want to be able to hit my overheats really hard on that. I mean, I think a Bullet Punch is a pretty safe bet, but it leaves me pretty prone to an Entei switch in. Oh, Sakura can really tank Entei's hits now. So if we go into Rotom and we kind of bank on his Uxie not being fast. If we bank on his Uxie not being fast, because I'm timid. So he would have to have a lot of investment, but it's something he would do. Either way, the only thing he could really do to this Fireboy Luke, we're going to take 25%. Are we going to come in and take 25%? Or do we just go out into the Scizor and go for the Bullet Punch? I'm sorry, guys, but this is the big leagues. He took that U-turn so well. Even if he's max defense, Bullet Punch looks like it still does enough. Oh my gosh, I'm so indecisive right now. We know we can't do anything to Sakura. We know we can't do anything to Sakura. We're gonna go ahead and just go out into Sakura here. I know this kind of gives him opportunity to go back out into Warren Sap. I understand that for sure. I definitely understand that, and we're gonna see Navi take even more damage. Yeah, we should we have just gone into Bullet Punching Mega Scizor? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what the right play would have been. I'm just gonna go for a Scald, expecting Venusaur to come in. I could try to get a burn. So we're gonna see U-turn again. We're gonna see U-turn not gonna do anything at all because combination of burn and the Marble Scale, it's only gonna do 7 HP. So I do think we'll see the Venusaur, especially since it has the Thick Fat now. It's Mega Evolved. Great position for John, obviously. Had I just gone onto my Scizor, I could have Bullet Punched. I think Venusaur would still come in. I'm pretty sure Venusaur would still come in, and I should have planned, you know what, because I put Acrobatics on Moheat, on New Guy, I was like, you know what, I don't need Aerial, is it Aerial Ace? Aerial Ace on Scizor, but I think I should have done it. I think that's gonna be a game changer. So my opponent's deciding what they want to do. I guess possibly debating going on into not the Entei, maybe the Sylveon, possibly the Sylveon, or even the Raikou, because what my opponent is able to do now with Raikou having Crocodile finally. Last time I was able to catch John with the Mirror Coat, but I don't think I'd be able to do that this time because Mirror Coat is Psychic typing and Crocodile's gonna go ahead and be immune to that. So that's quite the drag, actually. We're gonna see Warren Sap come in. As much as I mean, this Scald's not gonna do anything to this Warren Sap. It's not gonna do anything. The best thing we could hope for is actually a Scald Burn, but we don't get it, and that's fine because we already got one, and I think that that's pretty valid. I can't exactly switch in anyone. The only thing I kind of feel semi-comfortable switching in is Bookworm. A Bookworm kind of gets shut down by Warren Sapp. Yeah, it gets rocked pretty hard. This is the Pokemon that is the Pokemon to beat. I almost have to sacrifice a Mon or somehow gain some initiative by potentially taking an HP Fire. But we've seen Synthesis. We're gonna see Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, and I think the last move will be HP Fire. I'm pretty positive. So Octavius is my leaning Pokemon here. Am I that real? Am I real enough to go into Octavius? John's real enough to predict and go for HP Fire, I'll tell you that much. He has nothing to, he has nothing to lose. I mean, even if Fireboy Luke comes in, Rotom, Heat, an Overheat, because he's gosh darn Mega Venusaur, Overheat's not gonna do enough. And I can't exactly Volt Switch with that Crocodile around. But an Overheat will hurt the Crocodile a lot. You know what? I think this is the time. I'm going to the Fireboy Luke. If he goes for Sludge Bomb, he really got me good because he's saying the Scizor would never come in. But I think that was a bad play. I'm pretty positive that was a pretty bad play. He goes for the Sludge Bomb. That was a pretty bad play on my part. That was a really bad play on my part. So the only thing I can really do here is I pretty much have to Overheat. I have to Overheat, I have to connect, and I just wasted Fireboy Luke. He's gonna withdraw, go out into the Crocodile. We're gonna see this Overheat connect. Pokemente, okay, so that was a brilliant play by Pokemon. That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. That put him in such amazing position. Overheat is going to connect. It's choice specs, but it's resisted by Entei, and it's a legendary beast, so it's not gonna do too much. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm crumbling! I'm crumbling! This thing is pretty much done, but I also don't want to let this thing set up a completely free sub. So we're gonna go ahead and go out into our Milotic because it's pretty much the play we have to make. We have to make it. Fireboy Luke has one more switch in, it looks like. Let me see, 40, 30, 1, oh, maybe not. No, it does, it has one more switch in. So it has one more chance to do something. Fireboy Luke, don't let me down, little bro. Little bro's cousin, actually, it's our cousin, so, you know, it's close enough. Darn it, that was so well played by John. I knew the Sludge Bomb was coming. I should have just gone out of the Scizor because even if he had revealed the HP Fire, I'd be happy with seeing the HP Fire. I would rather know that he has the HP Fire. I really would. So what we're gonna see here is we are going to see Milotic come in, and hopefully we get a bit of information. We're gonna see Extreme Speed. We'll see how much it does. Extreme Speed is going to take me from 168 to 128. So that's with me paralyzed. I basically want to figure out if he is banded or not. So we're gonna see Extreme Speed. Extreme Speed took me from 168 to 114. Oh, crud. I think to me it looks like he is actually not, kind of looks like he's not choice banded. I think I gotta make a play here though. Oh man. I almost want to go back out to Fireboy Luke and let him go down, which is kind of pointless. But part of me wants to do that just so I can get New Guy in. I don't think New Guy can handle Crocodile at all. New Guy does have Ice Punch, but if that Crocodile has Intimidate, we will be in serious trouble. We'll be in serious trouble. Scalding's not going to matter much unless we actually snag a burn on that Venusaur. So part of me is thinking I'll go out and talk Octavius right now. Oh my gosh, do I really do that? Going into Fireboy Luke and then Volt switching wouldn't be bad. If he switches out. Is he going to switch out? Is he going to switch out? He's going to switch out. All right, I think he's going to switch out. He's going to withdraw Pokemente. And once again, if we had the rocks up, this would be the second time he's switching in. Navi's actually going to come through. So a pretty solid switch for John. Actually, a beautiful switch for John. Because what this essentially is going to allow him to do is to let me kind of waste my Rotom. Beautiful, beautiful play. Absolutely beautiful. Rotom, we'll find out right now if I do outspeed. And I think the only thing I can do is go for the Thunderbolt. I actually think going for Thunderbolt is the worst of the two plays. Well, I kind of want to bring that Crocodile in, but I don't want to give anything an opportunity to set up. So do I just Volt Switch and then leave this for Switch Fodder? I just Volt Switch and leave this for Switch Fodder. I'm not too happy with that play. I think I could have Thunderbolted, but I also didn't want to just let that Crocodile come in and do whatever the heck it wanted to. We're going to get the first knockout here, but it's not going to matter because Rotom is on its last oven. It's on its last coil. And I think we have to pretty much, we can put the ball in his court. The Venusaur. We could put the ball in his court. You know what? I'm going into Sakura. I'm going out of the Sakura right now. It stinks because I think I'm in range for a Choice Specs Thunderbolt from Raikou to take me out. If he even needs all that. I don't even know if he needs all that. Thunderbolt. Actually, he might need all that. He might need all that. It looks like he would need Life Orb or Thunderbolt or Choice Specs to take me out. So I think he's going to go ahead, and if he switches into that, he has one of those things. I'm pretty positive he's going to have one of those things. But I do have the Rotom that I can kind of just switch fodder away, depending on what he brings in. But if he goes into the Raikou and then goes for a Calm Mind, that's like my biggest fear. My biggest fear was sub Calm Mind Raikou coming into this. That and Mega Venusaur, both completely just complete obliteration. So I made a couple sloppy plays here for sure. It's the pressure. The pressure's real. John is playing perfectly under the pressure. John's used to the pressure. Goes down to the Blitzwing, which is going to be the Raikou for sure. No doubt about that being the Raikou. So I kind of want to gain some information here if at all possible. I think switching into Fireboy Luke is okay because it's going to go down to Stealth Rocks, and if he goes for Calm Mind, we go into New Guy, and I think that New Guy can actually outpace him. We would have to win a speed tie if he's Jolly, but I think that Fake Out and Return will kind of take care of him. If he goes for a sub, we'll be in a bit of trouble. But I think the Bookworm can kind of handle if he goes for a sub. So we're gonna go ahead and let our Rotom Heat go down. I'm kind of expecting a setup move here. I think this is the time where John is going to try to set up, which would make perfect sense because I think that fodder was really obvious, really obvious. We're going to see what let's go for. He's going to opt to go for the substitute. There we go. So perfectly played, like exactly what I thought was going to happen. It's leftovers, substitute, huge problem for us. Ambipom doesn't really feel right here, but I think I'm going to go into Bookworm. I'm going to go out into Bookworm because I think it's my only play. I think I go for Drain Punch every time. And I think I really hope that he Thunderbolts and he paralyzes me. And then I don't get fully paralyzed. Which is all a lot to ask for, I know. But that's going to do a huge amount of damage, 60 HP. And there's the paralysis. And there's the non-full power. So that is absolutely huge. Oh my goodness. That is absolutely huge. I am now paralyzed. His Thunderbolt cannot take me out. I can pretty much freely Facade. Right? Nothing on his team. Nothing on his team. I Facade. I just Facade. And that, wow. That is insane. That is insane. Because now we're playing the power game. We have a 25% chance to be fully paralyzed. And if we don't get fully paralyzed, this is going to be one Venusaur that does not, if Venusaur does come in, it's not going to appreciate this at all. It is not going to appreciate this at all. This is an insane game. We are, however, we're going to see the withdraw. So are we going to get a free Facade off? We're going to see the Puh come out. The Puh! And that is Sylveon. I go for the Facade. It is going to take this Sylveon out without a doubt. Goes down. Oh my goodness. In an incredible turn of events. That is out of control. That is out of control right there. He's gonna have to spend a lot of resources to take this thing down now. What's really crazy and why I'm kind of in shock is I almost ran Iron Fist. Almost, but that's because I was around a lot of VGC players over at Nationals, and all constantly talking about how Iron Fist is really, really good, really, really, really good. Now the question is, do I just go ahead and stay in against the Venusaur? And I mean, I think the answer is yes. I think we just facade. I don't really have a reason to do anything else. Oh my goodness. I think without that para, John was playing incredibly well, obviously, but I think he was in an incredibly favorable position. That's his 36 points of damage. We're going to see Venusaur go up to just a little bit, and we're going to get a facade off here. Guts, paralyzed facade. I think it'll do a lot of damage. It does a lot. So I think we're going to get to the point where it's going to be a bit of a... It's going to be a bit tricky. He can't outstall me, but I can get fully paralyzed. So the question is, do I switch out into Clouded right now? Or do I switch into New Guy and get my fake out off? I almost do want to do that. If he synthesizes and we go on into, if we go out into Ambipom, we go on into New Guy. We get a fake out with normal gem. And then Acrobatics, which would take him out, I believe. Acrobatics does not do a lot. Oh my gosh. Acrobatics does not, just so we're clear, the article that I read before was not correct. Acrobatics does not get a Technician and an itemless boost, so running normal gem was not necessary. You know, what if you wanted to get rid of my ability somehow? I think I just facade here. Well, what else can take out his Crocodile? Sakura. Okay, so we just facade. We're gonna facade. We're gonna see the synthesis here, and hopefully we don't get fully paralyzed. Otherwise, that is a huge turn, and I should have just switched out into our New Guy. But if we do manage to break through, we do break through and we get another facade off. We're gonna see that bring him down to pretty much the same thing. We are in a bit of a stalemate here, which means I think that I have to go out into New Guy. Actually, I almost feel like going out into Cody. I almost feel like going into Cody. Did I go into Cody? Get a Stealth Rock off? I think I do. If I go into Cody and get a Stealth Rock off, that really hinders that Entei, though. Entei gets completely walled by Sakura, so does Crocodile, so I don't really have to worry about them. I think instead I go into New Guy and just try to get rid of this Venusaur. I think I'm just gonna do that. I think I'm gonna go into New Guy and get rid of this Venusaur, because I think he's got to synthesis again. He's got to bank on this point. You're gonna get 25% parried. You have to. I got 10. You got 10% paralyzed on the Thunderbolt, so I'm pretty sure he's confident that he's gonna get. He's gonna go for synthesis here. We're gonna be able to see how much a fake out does if he stays in. If he stays in, and it's possible that was a really bad switch. I don't really think it was, because I know I outspeed and I know I have tricks. So don't need Gunk Shot, because Facade Kinkelder really came through in this game. But we're gonna go for a fake out. Perhaps he will go out into the Crocodile, reveal if he's Intimidate. And if he is, we'll be in a little bit of trouble for sure. Because Ice Punch is not doing much to a Crocodile. It is not doing much. I really do think that he, I'm not sure. He could, I've used Nasty Plot Ambipom in the past. With Baton Pass, so he could be afraid of that. Me passing that into Milotic would actually be terrifying for him. The Raikou is still around though. Raikou is definitely still around. Going into New Guy, super questionable, but I really don't want to risk getting parried there. Right now I have a Guts boosted Mach Punch at my disposal for Crocodile and for Raikou and for Entei. So let's go ahead and save that while I have enough HP to take one more hit from some of those guys. I think I could take another. I can take an E-Speed. I'm pretty sure I can take an E-Speed without a doubt. So being able to get that damage in there would be really, really nice. Although coupled with Stealth Rock would be even better. But we're gonna see what John does here. I think he's gonna switch out. I just don't know into what. We know that the Raikou's not outspeeding my Ambipom now because he's leftovers, at least I believe. So we're gonna see Fake Out, Normal Gem boosted. Technically, Return might have been the correct play there. Just get that Normal Gem boosted Return. But I think from that range, Return does take him out. Wow, does Return actually do more than Acrobatics? It actually does. So Acrobatics is completely pointless. Almost. All right. I gotta be honest, Return does not do a lot. Return does not do a lot. So that was all one giant, terrible, 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 terrible turn of events. I think I just have to get rid of this Venusaur. Even if it costs me New Guy. Although New Guy Fake Out would have been really clutch against half my opponent's Pokemon. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm blowing this when it's handed to me. I think it still might be okay. You know what? I'm going for the Return. I'm just going straight up Return. Going straight up Return. I don't think it'll knock out. I'm really hoping that he doesn't Synthesis because that would be the worst, and he does. It's my fault. It's all my fault. Oh my gosh. Oh, wait a minute. I'm an idiot. 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 Of course, Acrobatics does more. I misclicked, but I didn't misclick. I just looking at the stupid calculations wrong. So we're gonna see Acrobatics go in. Hopefully he goes for a Sludge Bomb, but he does go for a Giga Drain here. It's not gonna pick up the knockout, but I think that I am gonna lose sleep tonight over that play and the fact that you guys had to see that in the playoffs. Oh my gosh, the pressure's real. So we're gonna go for Acrobatics again. I mean, he's a pretty safe switch into Sacred at that point. If he does. Oh. Am I gonna overthink it that hard? Am I gonna overthink it that hard? It wouldn't matter because we outspeed the Raikou. So you know what? We just go for another Acrobatics. We just do it. We just do it. So Acrobatics gonna bring him down really, really low. We're gonna see the Synthesis here. So we are gonna play that game. We are gonna play that game right now. Synthesis to Acrobatics. It's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a thing. I think he has the upper hand on it. It does look like it. But there can only be so many Acrobatics before the shirt on the wall. Before the shirt on the wall comes through. There can only be so many Acrobatics. Although I could definitely see him going on into Entei here because Entei is pretty bulky. Acrobatics is not super effective, although it is kind of strong with the boost of either Technician or holding no item, whichever one you want to choose. Go for it, man. Just go for it. But I think that Entei's a pretty solid switch in right now. Entei's pretty solid because he can go ahead and go for an Extreme Speed and finish me off. And his Venusaur is sitting really, really comfortably at really high HP. Had I just clicked Acrobatics instead of Return, of course, Acrobatics has to do more. I was like, maybe just because it's such high base power with Return. Maybe, you know, but we're gonna see how much this does. It's gonna do that. He goes for a Giga Drain. I think at this point, New Guy is gonna go down, which is super unfortunate. I did not expect the New Guy to go down there. And I think it really comes down to this. I think that if I go on into Cody and I go for Zen Headbutt and he goes into Crocodile, he's gonna go into Crocodile. Is he? Because we already know U-turn's not gonna finish him off. I think I have to do it. I have to do it. I have to do it. This is it. This is the play. This is the moment. Because if he gets another Synthesis up, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm falling this far. All I have to do is click acrobatics. Is there any universe in which he risks staying in? Seeing that Venusaur is his win condition, is he going to stay in? No. There's no way, right? Venusaur is his win condition. Right? Venusaur is 100% his win condition. So he switches out. Right? But he's only seen U-turn. Is he going to predict the U-turn again? I'm going for U-turn. Woo! Thank goodness I did not click Zen Headbutt. Goes for the Pokemente. Definitely still amazing Pokemon to have on his side of the field. He's still going to be able to gain so much initiative here. Once again, Stealth Rocks have been... If Stealth Rocks were up, it would be fantastic. Zen Headbutt, I don't think would have picked up the KO, although that U-turn does a decent amount. 10% about. So not bad at all. We've seen a lot of Giga Drains. We've seen a lot of stuff. We've seen a lot of stuff. We really have. And unfortunately, Sakura is not in the best of positions here at all. I have to just go for Scald. If Yellow Sacred comes in and I get a Scald off, that'll be nice. It's bulky though, so it's gonna be able to take it. I think that he's just going to go back out into Warren Sap. Goes back out into Warren Sap. And I could have reacted to that and done something, but I just don't know what. So there's really no point. Conkeldurr would have been nice. We're going to get a Scald, and we are not going to get a burn. I was banking on that burn. I will not pretend like I was not banking on that burn. So he's refusing to go into this Krookodile. He's used a few syntheses now. He really has. We can go into Clouded and we can go for the Zen Headbutt. Not gonna lie, I really want to get a burn. I'm gonna go for Scald in case he wants to double out into Raikou. We're gonna see Synthesis here, of course. It's just so hard to take down. It is so hard to take down. It's gonna be almost back up to full HP. We're gonna see a Scald from Sakura here. And it is not going to do much at all. And we are gonna snag that burn. So it took 3 Scalds on the Venusaur to get the burn. Perfect sense. That's the ratio of it. It's 30% chance. So I'm totally fine with that. We're gonna have some residual chip damage here. And I'm pretty high up. Part of me wants to go for a Mirror Coat. I don't think John would fall for that. I think if anything, I want to keep Scalding. So I think there's a pretty good chance of him switching into Raikou predicting Mirror Coat. I also could see him predicting Conkeldurr and just going for an offensive move. But I'm going to go ahead and go for Scald. We're going to see the Giga Drain here, which is definitely unfortunate. It is going to do a lot of damage. Bring me down to 64. Bringing me down to 64. So, and I get fully paralyzed. But that's fine because I did go for a Scald. I did not make the play. I am at 76 HP. 76. I cannot let this Sakura go down. I have to go out into Octavius. I did not even think about it. I just switched out into Octavius. And if he goes for the HP Fire, he got me good. We're gonna see the Giga Drain though, times 4 resisted, still does 16 HP. I don't like it. Jimmy Fallon. Oh my gosh, this is insane. I can Mega Evolve, I can U-turn. I don't think I can take an HP Fire. Hidden Power Fire. Doing... Oh, that's against the wrong Pokemon. Let's not mess this up again. Scizor. Okay, that is a lot of damage. We have 148. Oh gosh, wow, okay. I don't know what happened here. I really don't know what happened here. But I think that's going to pick up the Oko if he has it. I almost want to go into the Bookworm. Does he have HP Fire? He has to. What else would he have? He doesn't have Sleep Powder. Feels like we would have gone for it by now. Actually, we can live. I think we can live in HP Fire. Now that I'm looking at it. Going right back out into my Melodic would be pretty bold. Bookworm would be pretty bold. Oh my gosh! Let's go into the Bookworm. Let's go right into the Bookworm. We're gonna go right onto the Bookworm. We're gonna see Octavia switch out, which I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure Venusaur's faster, so he stayed in. I'm sure going for that HP Fire. We're gonna go out into the Bookworm here, take Stealth Rock damage, which is unfortunate, and then we're going to take the Hidden Power Fire. Could have gone into my Melodic to take it, but I think that, oh my gosh, that does too much. It does too much. Part of me wants to play the switch game and really just get this Venusaur into a position where it cannot handle what it needs to handle. Because I think he Giga Drains here. I'm playing it out. If he Giga Drains and I go into Octavius, he takes more burn damage. And then I think he's pretty much forced to Synthesis. At which point I U-turn into Cody. I'm playing Ultimate Switch game. Going right back into Octavius. It's really bad because it's chipping away at Conkeldurr with the Stealth Rocks for sure. And that's what's going to win him the game without a doubt is these Stealth Rocks. Octavius is going to take even more damage from them. And then we're going to see he goes for the Synthesis now. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. I really expected Giga Drain. I really expected Giga Drain. Well, I'm pretty sure that just secured him the game right there. We will not outspeed this thing. We will not be able to do much with Bullet Punch. Bullet Punch is really not going to do much at all. And that is going to be the game. So I'm going to go for the Bullet Punch here. I think he goes for HP Fire every time. He has to. He definitely has to. And with Stealth Rocks up, my Melodic is not going to be able to take another hit. So we cannot take a Giga Drain with my Melodic. Bullet Punch going to do a decent amount of damage. We're going to see Hidden Power Fire take out the Mega Scizor. I'm sure if it doesn't, I will scream. But at this point, with all the Stealth Rock damage, Octavius is going to fall. And Mega Venusaur just proves to be the Pokemon that I cannot handle. The Pokemon that I just cannot handle. We're going to go into Cody here. And at this point, I think it's time to finally go for Zen Headbutt. Both in a little bit of defeat and a little bit of, hey, you know what? It's all good. Because the Crocodile's still around. But I think that the Entei just comes in here again. He's been making the same play every time. I think it's what he's going to do. Goes down to Pokemente. We're going to connect the Zen Headbutt here. It should actually take the Entei out, which is great. Had we had Stealth Rocks up, none of this would have happened. None of this, well, not none of it, but a lot of it would not have happened. We're going to finally go for that Zen Headbutt, revealing it. And Entei's actually going to live. Entei's going to live. It's living. It is straight living. So I'm pretty positive that it's forced to go for an extreme speed here. I go out into my Melodic, and I'm not giving up yet because I will try my best to go for a recover here. I will try my best to go for a recover. We're gonna take Stealth Rock, bring me down to 51. There's the extreme speed. Can it do less than 26? It does 21, and we're gonna get leftovers. So it's gonna come down to, can I recover? To stay in this 21 minute left game, which means we've been playing for almost 40 minutes, can I recover? Or will I get fully paralyzed? Because if it comes down to it, Cody can take out that Venusaur, sort of, And I say sort of, it's not taking it out. Not in one hit anyway. Conkeldurr, even though it is paralyzed, so Mach Punch does do a bit more, but not really enough. We see the Facade really coming through though, doing a good amount of damage. But clearly, my opponent's Venusaur is extremely defensive because it's got to be max defense. It's got to be max defense with Facade doing just around half because that's the mid-roll for it. That's the mid-roll for it. Call it a mid-roll. Sakura did manage to take that extreme speed very nicely. And I think if he goes for another extreme speed... Wow. Oh my gosh, I lived on 3! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, that is best case scenario! Best case scenario! So he's not banded. Obviously, otherwise he would have taken out my Sakura. He's not choiced in any form. Is he Assault Vest? Possibly. The question is now, what do you do? What do you do when you're stuck in the ocean? Honestly, what do you do? Do you just... Do you go out into Cody because he's going out into Venusaur? Is the question. Do you do that? Venusaur's burned, so it's on a timer. Sakura wins me this entire game. I think. It can't take both Yellow Sacred and Venusaur out, but I'm recovering. He's gonna go out. Oh my gosh, I should have just done it. I should have just pulled the trigger. I should have just pulled the trigger. Should have pulled it. Blitzreg is gonna come in actually. So that's pretty huge. That's probably the best turn for John right there. That was a huge play. Being able to just potentially, we saw a substitute before on this thing, so we know it subs up. Meaning that it's gonna scare me enough not to go for a Mirror Coat. I can't throw away Cody and I can't throw away Bookworm. I can't throw away any of these Pokemon. I really can't. I can't throw away any of them. Wow. I think he got me there. Had I gone into Cody and I could go for a Zen Headbutt, I don't think it would knock out a Raikou, but it would do an awful lot. Because Sakura can actually take on Venusaur. Sakura can take on Venusaur. So do I predict the Thunderbolt here and go for Mirror Coat? Would he ever do that? I haven't revealed Mirror Coat yet. But he knows I have it. He knows I have it. So do I just Scald as he goes for a sub? I just Scald as he goes for a sub. He's going to go for Calm Mind. Really nice play. Really nice play. Definitely. Conkeldurr would have been a nice switch in. Although I don't know that I would have been, I don't think it would have mattered too much. Mach Punch not being able to pick up the knockout. We're going to see that Scald does absolutely nothing. Not even enough to break a sub. And he is not risking... He's not risking anything. He's not risking anything. +1 Thunderbolt is a roll. Will he take it? It's my only chance is if he takes it, I think. Either that or I just sacrifice Bookworm. And then I hope that a Zelf can take out this beast. And I just hope that a Zelf can take out this beast without Explosion. I don't have Explosion. So do I just Mirror? I think Mirror Coat's my only option. I don't think it'll work. I don't think it'll work. But I think it's also my only option. I mean, if I go to the Bookworm and he Calm Minds again, I'll be good because I can Mach Punch and then come in with Cody. But if he subs up, I guess it's the same thing. I think it's the same thing. I think it's the same thing. Oh my gosh! Do I go for the Mirror Coat now? Is now the moment. Is he going to Thunderbolt me? Is he going to Thunderbolt me? Is he? He doesn't want to get caught by it again. Is he going to sub or Calm Mind? Is he going to sub or Calm Mind, or is he going to Mirror, or is he going to Thunderbolt? Oh my gosh. I think he Thunderbolts. I think he's gonna Thunderbolt. Please, John, Thunderbolt! Substitute! Darn it. That's the game right there, folks. Oh my gosh, I knew it. I knew it, but I couldn't pull the trigger. I just could not pull the trigger. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. The only thing we can really hope for right now is we go into the bookworm here. He goes for another Calm Mind, hopefully, but I don't think he does. I think he just goes, now I think he just fires Thunderbolts off. Maybe not. Maybe he does go for a Calm Mind. No, he Thunderbolts. He Thunderbolts. He's got it. That sub wins him the game, without a doubt. He's going to Calm Mind, which is, I mean, fine. I still think he wins the game. I still think he wins the game. Had I gone out into Conkeldurr, I don't think it makes a difference. The only difference would be less leftovers recovery. So maybe that makes all the difference in the world. We're gonna go for the Mach Punch here. He goes for the Thunderbolt. We're gonna try to break this sub. We're gonna get fully paralyzed though, and it's about time, honestly. It's about time that John got some, what do you call that? Oh my gosh, he deserves it. It's what has to happen at this point. He got the para on the worst possible turn. We got a Facade KO on a Sylveon. I made some really terrible plays, and I apologize to the Mankeys for that. But this was a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun. And I'm really happy that John's moving on. And I hope that John takes the entire thing, because then I lost to the person who took the entire thing. So, you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. We just go for, I feel like I just want to go for Stealth Rocks. No, we'll break the sub. We'll break the sub. We'll break the sub with a Zen Headbutt. Flinch through the doll! Flinch through the doll! Come on, man. Come on, man. Substitute is going to fade. It looks like switching out into our Conkeldurr would have done nothing. Well, if I had still gotten fully paralyzed, especially. But I don't think that Zen Headbutt does enough, because I'm Expert Belt. I'm not anything. I'm not like Psychic Plate or anything like that. So not going to be boosting that attack anytime soon. And we just left here with Sakura, and I'm pretty positive he just goes for, he's at +2. So we both know that it's going to take me out. A Thunderbolt's going to take me out. So I don't think he'll go for the substitute. So I'm just going to click Mirror Code for BP, but he's going to go for sub. The Thunderbolt takes me out. I guess technically not guaranteed. I'm assuming a couple of things. I'm assuming that he knows my spread, and that I'm fully physically defensive, and I'm also assuming that he's max special attack. So I guess that the sub was pretty obvious, but honestly at this point, I figured he would just go for the Thunderbolt, because I think the Thunderbolt will take me out. I'm almost positive, so. But he didn't want to risk it, so he made the smartest play. It is going to take me out, though, as I expected. Super effective. We go down. We do lose to John 4-0, but I think that the score doesn't really dictate how hype of a match that actually was, because 4-0 seems pretty heavy in his favor, but I think he outplayed me the whole time anyway, so the game should have been heavy in his favor, but he clearly performs a lot better under pressure, and he deserves to make it to the next round of the playoffs. So congratulations, John. Thank you so much to everyone who supported this season in the New York Mankeys. If you did not know, we are starting a brand new league. We're not quitting the GBA. We're doing both. GBA is going to be off for a while, especially since we are knocked out of the playoffs. So this is the last GBA battle on the channel. But do not fret, because this Saturday we're going to be starting our UCL United Championship League, Pokemon League, I should say, and we're going to be starting out on Saturday. So our new league that we're going to be trying to be conquering. We made it to the playoffs with this one. Not only do I want to make it to the playoffs with the other one, but I want to take the cup. So we're going to, the New York Mankeys traveling team over there. Thank you so much for your support. If you enjoyed this battle, please show some shady love to the thumbs up down below. You guys are freaking awesome, and I had so much fun. Thank you again, John, for the battle. Have yourselves a good day, but above all else, keep it shady.